Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk Ventures, where we speak to you the undiluted truth you need to know about Nigeria. We don't paint walls. All you hear from us is the truth and nothing but the truth. Please, before I go straight into the business of the day, remember the tradition: subscribe, like my channel, and share my content. Comment and let me know what you think about everything I post on Facebook, on YouTube. If what I'm doing is not good, let me know. If what I do is okay, please, I need to see your comment to make me a better person whenever I'm doing the next video. So let's go straight into the business of the day. Remember the culture. We take the headlines, then after that we pick the most ones that affected us, most especially the Biafran news and the other news that we need to learn something from. I is coming back. Please listen attentively. Do not go anywhere. Biafra, judiciary fraud. We are aware of the already written template handed over to the Appeal Court and Supreme Court judges by Malami Abubakar, Hope Uzodinma, and co-conspirators not to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. APC does IPOB as it releases presidential campaign timetable, fixes Anambra rally on Monday. Full details. While I know they finish. U.S. court sentenced HUSHPUPPI to 11 years in prison. Fire God's NYSC headquarters in Abuja. Wonders shall never end. Let's go there, my people. We have no time to waste. According to the book of the Bible, Psalm 43 verse 1, O God, declare me innocent and defend my cause against the ungodly. Deliver me from lying and evil people. He say, and I want everyone out there listening to my voice to remember this word anytime, any day. Use it to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our amiable leader and indefeatable lion of the tribe of Judah. Biafran reporters are intelligently and gradually watching events as it keeps unfolding safe, and we are gladly taking into account the cognizance effect of adamantly refusal to cut orders on the part of the Federal Zoological Republic of Nigeria and her Minister of Justice as this newly executive arm of government meddling in judicial criminality fraud exercise has been introduced by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, who gravely trashed the Nigerian question of corporate existence into the trash bin. If the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, coupled with her principal being the federal government of Nigeria, are lawless, flouting court orders, bringing all about contempt of court judgment, then how do you expect the citizens of Nigeria to behave since the government is lawless? They note that the government is setting up a president for anarchy in the future. Barely 4 hours, days, 4 hours days. The three erudite judges that knows their sort in law took their time respectively and studied the counter-appeal motion is being filed by the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, through her legal counsels, challenging the spurious, unfounded, and trumped-up count charges leveled against their clients, Mazi Okechukwu Nnamdi Kanu, and others by the Federal Zoological Republic of Nigeria over the director of Radio Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's unceasingly calls for the restoration of Biafra Republic and Biafrans' right to self-determination to be recognized through the conduct and the instrumentality of referendum exercise applying the UN Charter. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, should know that in law, no matter how mighty one may consider self, that one cannot benefit from their own involvement in illegality. and that is pure and absolute, law devoid of manipulations and cowardice from unseen hands, the executive. Biafra reporters are aware of the closed-door meeting Mr. Abubakar Malami and his Fulani cabals in Aso Rock and other surrounding northern states. Fulani elders had before they came up with it to criminally draft the sudden memo in circulation that mandated to the reshuffling that saw to the transfer of the three erudite Court of Appeal judges that discharged and acquitted the IPOB leader of all frivolous count charges leveled against him by the Zoological Government, Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are going to unearth the tenets of law in this editorial as well impart meaningful into the life of Abubakar Malami, since it seems that he doesn't have the primary knowledge of common law as being practiced by Commonwealth countries and not his Fulani Sharia law courts. Figuratively, Abubakar Malami claimed in his Federal Republic of Nigeria counter applications for stay of execution in the already discharged and acquitted count charges that freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that if released is a flight risk and that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail before as he would repeat the same. Laughable as these mere accusations sound to the ears of sane minds. First, Abubakar Malami refused also inform the general public that led to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sudden disappearance and exit from Nigeria, where he reappeared in Israel praying. Abubakar Malami failed to also tell the general public who sent the Nigerian army to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home to murder him in cold blood. As we need to know, likewise, the general public on whose order the Nigerian army acted upon to murder a candidate of the court under Justice Binta Iyakos. The court jurisdictions and pronouncements that set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free on bail. This deservedly and unruly behavior of the Nigerian military led to the untimely death of 28 persons and a pet dog named Jack. Jack dead within Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's building premises immediately after the Nigerian army invasion of his home occurred, that also brought about the traumatic shock that led to the sudden death of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents, before Abubakar Malami jumped to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a flight risk to let him first of all tell us what happened to the doctrine of the last seen as being filed by the legal councils of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and to who do we hold responsible for the invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home, knowing fully well that in few days to come, he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be going to court to answer to the trumped-up charges leveled against him by the Nigerian government. Another offense or atrocious act being committed by the supposedly acclaimed Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami and the federal government of Nigeria is the involvement in international crime of kidnapping and illegal abduction of a foreign citizen in a foreign country with a foreign international passport and brought him back to Nigeria blindfolded like a wanted criminal, locked up in a solitary confinement of the Department of State Security Service, and later brought him to court when all the attempts to kill him in Kenya failed. And the news of Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu's brokered. Abubakar Malami should know that in law and in practice terms that you can't build something from nothing. We want to know the extradition documents and process that brought about the rendition of a Biafran nationalist leader to continue to face trial in Nigeria. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Injustice, Abubakar Malami should know that he and her principal, being the federal government of Nigeria, were involved in extraordinary rendition and extradition of a foreign citizen, which is an international crime under the perimeters of international laws, treaties, conventions, and protocols governing Commonwealth countries. Therefore, the Nigerian government lack absolute merit or ground to try Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu further in any Nigerian court. That is what the law stipulates. Abubakar Malami, we are also aware that the newly appointed judges of appeal court that welcomed and entertained the motion filed by the Federal Republic of Nigeria for stay of execution of the trial of the Biafran nationalist leader and Nigerian government secret judiciary henchmen acting to execute the biddings of the executive order. Nigeria, from top to bottom, top to bottom. This is one of the things that bring Nigeria from top to bottom. How can a judiciary system be acting in such mannerism? How can the people who are born to defend the law are now the one that is going against the law? How can the one who has sworn to obey and do what the law says is now the one that is jumping the law? Abubakar Malami, I wonder the kind of school you attended, whether you will ever see premises of a law school by acting such an irrespective, such an idiotic manner. How can you tell me that you, Abubakar Malami, is a qualified son acting in such mannerism? It is uncalled for. Which school do you attend, if I may ask? Sorry to say this, with all due respect, Abubakar Malami, which school give you the certificate to practice law? Is that school, maybe you studied at the Bida Polytechnic, according to one of my friends, because I never see any atom of education in you with the way you are acting. How can you tell me in a country that claims to be practicing human rights, in a country who have sworn to respect the rule of law, that judges who ruled the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to his favor have all been transferred because they didn't rule to the favor of the Federal or Zoological Republic of Nigeria, or rule to the favor of Malami or President Muhammadu Buhari or the Kabas? I mean, how do we get to this point? Have our educational system in Nigeria collapsed to the extent that the people who call us, they say it's time, that they don't even know their left from their right? I weep for Nigeria. Back then, we used to hear that court is the hope of a common man, but not these days. Court have become a hope of the riches. Yes, you cannot tell me that all these ones who have been stealing billions and millions of naira will go to the court after discharging and acquitting them. You will still tell them no, they cannot go. The Accountant General of the Federation, who stole over 174 billion naira Nigerian money, I'm not talking about bank or whatever, the Accountant General of the Federation stole over such amount of money. You people allowed him to go home. But Rocha stole 1.4 billion naira, was kept in EFCC custody for 48 hours before he was allowed to go. The bandits who have been terrorizing and maiming people of different type, of different characters, of different ethnicity, have been always receive national honor in Nigeria. Once any of them are being caught, sent to the police, there will be an order from above to set them free, and they will be freed. 101 Boko Haram members have been released from Ikoyi maximum prison. This is not cell. Maximum prison is meant for hardened criminals or terrorists or bandits. And they were released. The most painful part of it is the 101 were flown to Abuja with a private jet. Tomorrow, they will initiate them into the army. Where are they sending them to? To the north, to the southeast, to go and continue their killings. The one that did not perpetrate when they were Boko Harams, now they do it in uniform. And you tell me that this country want to move forward? No, never, never, never. They can never. Not with this attitude. Malami and your Kabas and your Fulani, whatever you people are thinking, you people can take over Nigeria. We don't care. You can take over Asarok. We don't care. It's not our property. But never you trespass to anywhere around Biafra land that you are looking for land or whatever to take. That is where you make the biggest mistake of your life. We are just keeping quiet. You keep Nnamdi Kanu, fair and good. We are waiting for people, the appropriate authorities, to act. But when they refuse to act, then you will see the Biafrans in action. We have given the Federal Republic of Nigeria and you, Malami, and the other Fulani Kabars enough time. If you people think that what happened in 1967 will not repeat itself again, then you people are just mere talking lie. Then Biafra don't have allies. But bear it in mind that now Biafra, they have allies. Forgetting that Biafra have gas, have everything, oil. So we can use this thing, sacrifice it for even 100 years to get enough allies to fight the Nigerian country. So you people should not dare Biafra. We have done more than enough in this country. We have sacrificed more than enough in this country. Our forefathers, we're not talking about Hausa or Yoruba, our forefathers fought for the independence of Nigeria. What you people are enjoying now. I'm very, very sure that when they are fighting for the independence of Nigeria, for Nigeria to get to get themselves from the British colony, that you, Malami, then maybe you are still, maybe you are not even born then. 1967. I wonder how old you are. The last wish of the man who fought for is one of those who fought. I mean, one of the living soul who fought for the independence of Nigeria have just passed away. And his last wish, he told Buhari, even with his age, he went to Asarok to meet Buhari to let this young man go. Buhari refused and said court will decide his fate. Now court has decided that this young man should go. You said you adamantly refused and apply for stay of execution. Malami, yes, Ananya. I repeat myself, yes, Ananya, because I'm sorry for those who don't understand my dialect, but I must be honest with you, Malami. You are warned. Keep on just be acting whatever you like. It is your time. But remember, everything has expiry date. The office you stay today as Minister of Justice and AGF, you don't have a permanent time. It will soon expire. And when it expires, I hope you find yourself somewhere in African country, because you can't stay in Nigeria. Mark my word. And it must surely come to pass. Prior to the filing a counter appeal before the same court of appeal that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what Abubakar Malami should have done is, if he is so honorable and not dishonorable in nature and being a mischievous character, denting his career and image, should have first obeyed the court order, a landmark judgment that discharged and acquitted the Biafran nationalist leader by first releasing him. Then he, Abubakar Malami, can proceed with his application for stay of execution, rather than objecting to the judgment that sets him free and his personal refusal to the sanctity of the legal authority that found Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Okechukwu not guilty. Sorry that a Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, supposedly in a democratic country, is the arrow ahead championing for the contempt of court orders and proceedings. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Injustice, Abubakar Malami, should know that the decision to revisit acceptance for stay of execution of any legal matter solely lies on the previous judges that initially at first instance decided on the legal matter, and not a third party hired judges criminally brought to the bench with a memo to do the biddings of the executive arm of government, as that is not acceptable world overview, and if time is not taken, will land him at the International Criminal Court for stereotyping the laws of the Nigerian Federation, African Union, and other international laws, treaties, conventions, and protocols which Nigeria government is signatory to, as being ratified in her domestic and local law book known as the People's Oriented Constitution. What do you expect when the Nigerian society, everybody is shouting, we want change, we want change, we want change. When the change came, everybody was busy shouting, Buhari, say Baba, say Buhari, say Baba, say Buhari. And Buhari was busy telling them, APC from top to bottom, from top to bottom. They were singing it like music. Nobody cares to listen. They keep singing it on every of their campaign. APC from top to bottom. Nobody cares to listen. What they want is change. This is the change we all are vying for. When Good Luck was there, everybody was like, Good Luck is a woman. Oh, Good Luck cannot do this, cannot do that. Oh, it's a woman. It's a wife that is ruling. It's this one that is ruling. It's that one that is ruling. Now, you have seen somebody who barely, for complete good 7 years of being the president of Nigeria, not even once appear on national TV to speak to the masses of what is happening. A president where flood is carrying the people, where flood have displaced almost how many millions of people out there, he couldn't utter a single word. He jumped his flight and went to Korea. As if that one is not enough. And coming back from Korea, now he went for medical checkup, sabbatical leave for 2 weeks, just for traveling to North Korea or South Korea. A president who have never for once come out on national TV and sympathize with the families who have lost loved ones through the maiming of the bandits and the rest of them. You tell me we have a president? I still keep asking this question. My good listeners, my subscribers, those who love what I'm doing, go to the comment section and answer this question. How do we get to this point? I mean, who do we offend? Because things have already gone out of hand. Nigeria is at the brink of sinking. But our prayers as the Biafrans is when it is sinking, do not sink with the Biafrans. You people can sink from wherever the Nigeria starts. For we Biafrans, we go nowhere. We are the Japanese of Africa and we are the Chinese of Africa. Everything you need is in Biafra land. You need a brain, we have it in Biafra land. Anything you can think of is available in Biafra land. And that is why the international community refused to let us go. Because they don't want to have a replicant of what happened in Japan to repeat itself in Africa. But they lied. They cannot stop. I mean, you see a moon on one. Yeah, the way we see it, I can't put you on one that the hand cannot cover the moon. That is what Biafrans are. And when the time is right, whether the United Nations like it or not, Biafra will stand with them or without them, with the European Union or without them, with the ECOWAS or without them, with the African Union, whatever thing they think. I say, onye ji ihe nwata wele aka enu mgbe aka fụwa ya ụfọ owetuo ya, and it must surely happen soon. It is not too far. Mark my word. Now we have a lot of agitators in the country. We have Yoruba agitators. We have even Ibom, Akwa Ibom. They are looking for their own state. Yes. Every region needs to be free because everyone is tired of this country called Nigeria. Nothing is working. A country whereby people whose the oil that they are using to develop or who the oil they are being stealing on daily basis. You went that place, you can barely take water from them to drink because the place is so stinking that even mosquito fears those areas. that is your country, Nigeria. Our prayer is that may Nigeria never happen to us. That is the simple truth. The law book of the country must not be drafted to favor the government alone, but in most cases to favor the teeming population of the country. It must not be drafted for the judiciary arm to be doing the business of the executive arm against her citizens. Reason being that the judiciary is the last hope of a common man, and the judiciary at all times must not allow the rascality of the executive to subject her citizens into wallowing in hunger, oppressions, subjections, suppressions, slavery, neocolonialism, and repression. The judiciary must never or not allow the above mentioned to be enmeshed into the system by the executive arm or the government that be, as it must not be tolerated in any form. The judiciary use a scale of justice and gavel must always stand on the side of the truth and humanity at large, and not to falter a bit in being upright. Then another reason why and where government must, especially the judiciary and the executive arm, must act proactively is unless the citizens of that country are involved in or resort to societal ill vices, and not the executive using brutal force, locking up a preacher and carrier of self-determination to be jailed by all means possible, even if it means binding the rules, as that is what you, Abubakar Malami, and President Muhammadu Buhari, the rest of the Fulani cabals are in your house secretly planning to perfect into action by your new judiciary henchmen sitting at the bench of appeal court, likewise the Supreme Court. The Attorney General of the Nigerian Federation, Abubakar Malami, should know that Biafra reporters are also in the know. The criminal introduction of the condition attached to the ruling, these higher judges of appeal court were mandated to deliver a judgment so as to cage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from living a free life, and we promise them that such or no iota of the condition will stand, as the first judgment that set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free still subsists and have not been vacated by the same court. The Supreme Court Administrator of Imo State, Hope Uzodinjo, and his co-conspirators in Biafra land, we are also aware of the subtle movements you and your allies are making to not free our leader from the DSS solitary confinement. Hope Uzodinjo, we understand perfectly clear how the Fulani cabals in Abuja made you a governor of a state you did not merit. And we also understand that all your life existence that you have always been a desperate man that makes his survival out of crime, criminality exercise, and bending the rules to favor your desperate intent. Senator Hope Uzodinjo is the most foolish governor currently found in the eastern region of Nigeria. We know this because while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafra nationalist leader, was in detention, Hope Uzodinjo was busy with his co-conspirators creating security in the eastern region of Nigeria so as to be cashing out big time at the deterrent of Imo youth, tagging them bandits, IPOB and ESM members, and we are also aware of a desperation to declare state of emergency in the state so as to amass more wealth from the Imo security funds coming from the federal government. Hope Uzodinjo, we have also unmasked you as being part of those that drafted the motion for the Attorney General and the Federal Republic of Nigeria to continue detaining our leader so that he will not come out to expose you and curb the insecurity you created that is fetching you big time monies. So remember this, and always remember what did they call him? Hope Uzodinjo. He's one of those who are creating this insecurity in our land, and it's among those who have made the Biafra land unbearable for each and every one of us out there. He is among those who have been trying in tooth and nail to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not being released. Him and the so-called Joe Igbokwe, who is working for APC, is also among. We are waiting for you people. We hope that wherever you are going to live there permanently. For the Igbo land, you have to forget it. Even if you come to the Igbo land with robots who can never accept anything bullet. But remember, we have Otumokpo. And that Otumokpo, you must only collect woto. Joe Igbokwe and Hope Uzodinjo. You people are really working hard. We applaud you for all your good works. And remember, a time or a day of reckoning is coming. Posterity. We cannot even leave this for posterity. But you must collect woto from those ones you have killed, our brothers and sisters and family. You cannot remain in government house forever. And you cannot remain as a governor forever. Highest, you will come down from governor to become a senator or House of Representatives a member. But you cannot run from your fatherland. No matter the kind of security you bring to the Easterner. Remember, we have Otumokpo. You must surely collect. Dibia gwuru ọzọ mana ọzọ gburu dibia. So, nwa dora ahụ na nne nwere dibia na-agwụrụ gị ọgwụ. Nwanne dibia na-agwụ ọgwụ sef, ọ dịgwa na-agwụ otoro. Jukere ma ochewuru ike ya n'elu. Na dibia na-agwụcha ọgwụ ọgwa dibia ọzọ emebie ya. So nke ahụ gwụrụ idobe ahụ na ọ dị ire. Nwanne egbuwa because very soon you go collect update. I'm talking to Hope Uzodinma. Joe Igbokwe, that one just is a lost cause. He have nothing to do in his homeland again. I found him the other day ranting in the social media, or whether in Arise News or Channel TV, that since they attacked his home, they have never been to his home for over a year plus. What are you coming there to do? The people you abandoned, the people you claim that they are urchins, the people you say that they have nothing to offer, other than you are a Lagos boy. So you better remain at Lagos. Lagos is your hometown, right? Ngwa remain there now. There's no point of coming back to Nnewi. But if you come there, what you see before will be, that is, you will collect more. You will collect more woto. So it's better just ask them there, let them give you nationality to be a Yoruba man. Otherwise, nobody want to see you. Nobody want to see you. APC dials IPOB as it releases presidential campaign timetable, fixes Anambra rally on Monday. Full details is below. The All Progressive Congress, APC, has released the full timetable for its 2023 presidential campaign for its candidate, Bola Tinubu, and his running mate, Kashim Shettima. Okute News reports that the timetable, which was released on Wednesday, shows that the ruling party will kick off its campaign with a rally in Jos, the Plateau State capital, on November 15, 2022. The grand finale has been fixed for Lagos State on February 13, 2023. Apart from rallies in the states of the Federation, the released APC calendar also shows a schedule for various zonal rallies, town hall meetings, international engagement, and break time. However, one major observation from the release calendar is a rally fixed for Monday, 30th January 2023 in Anambra State. The Anambra rally caught the attention of political observers due to the date, as it coincides with the usual sit-at-home declared in the southeast region by members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. IPOB said the sit-at-home, which forces businesses in the region to shut down and comes with human and vehicle restrictions, is part of the effort to get the federal government to release its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So APC, you want to dare Anambra? He said you dare them. You dare them in a state that is not the APC state, and you say you dare IPOB because of their sit at home, and you are still holding the leader that makes the sit at home to be effective. What you people are planning, I hope you will receive it in your own coin. I don't want to comment much. I don't want to comment much so that people will not begin to look for me. Because in Nigeria has become a place whereby when you say the truth, they will look for you. You say the bad, they will look for you. Even you close their mouth, they will still look for you to kill. But let me just put it here. But these people, this thing you people are looking for, you will surely get it. You are the one that hold the leader that make them to declare it at home every Monday. And you say you will dare them that you will do a rally on Monday. Unless maybe by then you will have released mass in Namdekan. If not, whatever you see, please, you must take it that way. That is the only thing I can tell you for now. So my great people of Biafra land, the news is fast going and it's going and it's going and it's going. So we have one more last news here for my people who believe in what I'm doing and who also trust me in what I'm doing. So U.S. court sentenced HUSHPUPPI to 11 years in prison. The United States Central District Court in California has sentenced Nigerian internet sensation Ramon Abbas, popularly known as HUSHPUPPI, to 11 years in prison. HUSHPUPPI was jailed on Friday for fraud and money laundering. The internet sensation would, however, spend 9 years in prison, having served 2 years in prison while waiting for the court's ruling. Recall that HUSHPUPPI was apprehended in June 2022 in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. HUSHPUPPI was arrested by security agencies over an extensive fraud scheme that has robbed victims of their money in the US, Qatar, the United Kingdom, and other places. Following his arrest, HUSHPUPPI was extracted to the United States, where he was charged with fraud and money laundering. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy to engage in money laundering with multiple people within and outside the U.S. HUSHPUPPI, who pleaded for his offenses and appealed to U.S. Judge Otis Wright to temper justice with mercy and a lighter jail term after scoring high in cleaning activities while in prison, was sentenced to 11 years in prison. Meanwhile, the Instagram page of HUSHPUPPI, which has 2.8 million followers, has been taken down from the image sharing platform. No reason was, however, stated for the development. HUSHPUPPI, Ramon Abbas, we feel with you, but there's nothing anyone can do about it. As onye kpara nkụ ahịhịa nkụ ahụ ọya songwere ya bịara ya ụgwọ. Despite the fact that na jungle, but at least the jungle also have an expiry date. But we never pray for such to happen to anyone again. Our prayer is that they may repent and turn to new life. That is what we keep on praying on daily basis. Fire God's NYSC headquarters in Abuja. The fire incident was recorded at the National Youth Service Corps in Abuja on Friday. The commission said no life was lost in the sudden fire outbreak as it was limited to the third floor of the 6-story building edifice. This is contained in the statement issued by the Director of Press Relations, A.D. Megwa, on Friday. He said that the fire was immediately put out by the Federal Capital Territory and the Federal Fire Service departments when the incident occurred at about 7:30 a.m. Megwa also said that the affected floor is occupied by Planning, Research and Statistics and the General Service Department, with the fire affecting only a particular room with electronic gadgets. He said, fortunately enough, no life was lost and all vital documents were promptly evacuated and safeguarded. The management of the Secum heartily appreciate the Federal and the Federal Capital Territory Fire Service Department for their prompt response, which minimized the effort of the incident. The management also appreciates all security agencies for the invaluable roles they played during the unfortunate incidents. So that is where our broadcast is going to come to an end today, or this time, because we still have more broadcast to bring to my fans and my lovers out there. So wherever you are, remember, this is Okute Daily Talk, where truth is the order of the day. We don't paint words and we don't mince words and we don't tell lies. We tell you things the way they are. And we encourage each and every one of us, our subscribers and listeners out there, please, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like our content, and also share it to your family and friends so that they may be part of this moving trend we are moving in the right direction. So remember, share. Remember, subscribe. Remember, like and comment. Until I come your way again, see the man, your one and only Okute Daily Talk. I am signing out. See you all later. Bye for now. Please, happy Friday to all my fans out there. Kachineke mezioku.